Hello and welcome to the conversation today. How are you doing? Hope you are doing good. Today I came across a video on Instagram that was trending about the person of Apostle Michael Oropo, and the things he got to say in the video are things you have discussed about here on the platform before. So today I'm going to be adding Apostle Michael Oropo to the conversation as well, because he's saying the exact same thing as well as we discussed in the previous videos. And of course I'll be giving you some examples of what Apostle Michael Oropo talked about in this video. First of all, let's look at the video together.
Unfeigned faith is faith that is sincere and genuine. There are many people talking faith, but their faith is not sincere. If you hear them sharing a testimony, they want to use that testimony to exploit you. Somebody comes up and says, I told somebody to empty his account, and he emptied his account. That same night, he received a call and an alert, and that alert was in 10 digits. It's a lie. It's manipulation. That faith is feigned. It's not an unfeigned faith. And even if it is true, you have told more than 1,000 people to empty their account. It's only 2 that have testimonies. Why are you using it to take money out of people's pocket? Why don't you just teach them to honor God with their seed? Why don't you just teach them that if they give, God will bless them, and stop there? So every time we start talking in a direction, it's because we want to use people. And so people who come to church now, they've dressed themselves with their defense system. So if you start talking about money, the moment you start, they say, well, I have nothing to give, because I know where all this drama is going to. You are not teaching us to grow. You just want to take money, but me, I will not take. And when these people hammer on you, and you refuse, they will now say, I saw a vision now. God wants to leave somebody. But if you have 100,000, come. When you start, if the charisma becomes too much, slow down. Even if you are led to give, go home and pray. Give tomorrow. God will still bless you. Give 100,000. I saw 7 people giving 100,000. When nobody comes out, they'll say, okay, now bring 50 if you have 50. I thought you saw 100,000. How did 100,000 become 50? Are you now changing the vision? When 50 doesn't work, they now say, okay, if you have 10,000, come and shake me, come and shake. How does shaking you bless me, sir? How does shaking you, shake me? As if, shake me. When they now see that the volume of money is not up to what they are looking for, they say, okay, I feel led now. Anything you have, anything. And then you see gullible people. It's drama. It's fake. 2 things you warrant your giving. Number 1, revelation. Be led. And number 2, give by faith. Don't let anybody coerce you into giving. There's no reward for it. They can teach you, train you to give, but don't let anybody manipulate you into giving. That's why many people are giving until they are now hating God and hating giving and hating church. Born out of manipulation. You don't teach people truth. You just coerce them, take money. And you need to see where some prophets and apostles are fighting with their host. Before you enter the service, because yesterday God healed 5 people. Today, the host will now tell you, we have some needs. So we have people in the church. There are 4 bank managers. There are 7 people that own companies. Even the person that runs this particular company is there. So when the power of God is moving, you can call for a seed of 1 million. They are able to give. When you finish, we'll give you 30%. They will now bargain. No, I won't take 30%. It will be 50-50. The man will say no. No, take 60 and take 40. This is public. I should not have said this. I will say it. A prophet went somewhere. After they took the seed, he packed the whole seed tight and put in his boot and drove off. The host was calling and threatening him. If you don't bring that seed, I will send police. This is not story. I'm telling you. Corruption. Because it's feigned faith. Feigned. The faith is not genuine. It's not sincere. When the power of God starts moving, they now start calling seed. Calling all kinds of things. I know when you cast your seed in the presence, it produces results. But when it's manipulation with evil intention, it brings reproach to that congregation. That's why I tell people, I don't have grace for raising seed. I can set people on fire and go. If you want to raise seed, look for people have different graces. My own grace is to set people on fire for God. I don't have grace for raising seed. So if you invite me, please, even if a dead man rises, I won't raise seed. Unless God himself commands me. I've been to many places. The moment you come, they start honoring you. As they see that people love you and they will do anything you say, They will say, let's take a seat. Okay. Teach the people, give them the revelation of giving. When you call for seed, they will give by revelation and by faith. Don't use me to coerce them to give. If they don't give when you say, that means you've not taught them. If they give, they won't be blessed. Manipulation. And now, when they know that you will refuse to take, the moment you finish preaching and sit down, they'll say, quickly, in the next 2 minutes, we are about closing. We must bless the man of God. Please bring a seed. It's a lie. It's not for the man of God. It's a tendency. It's a tendency. So nowadays, when I finish preaching, as I leave, I'm going. Don't take a seed for me. If you don't have money to honor me, I will go. Don't take a seed on my behalf. Let's bless this man of God. This kind of grace cannot come here and we don't bless him. It's a lie.
Now, listening to him there, when I read the comments, it was quite funny because people were more like, it's like the remaining leg of a table is finally breaking. Now, whether you like it or not, what he is saying or what he has said is very, very relatable. Same as what he said some other time about when ministers are invited to other ministries, most times it's more of like a fundraising event. Also, this also makes sense with what Pastor Olumide Emmanuel got to say in a previous video we looked at.
You are the one that think that people are thinking heaven. There are pastors that don't think heaven. They don't think heaven when, you see, you have, well, oh my God. You have no idea, some of these guys. So when you see some of us that have decided not to relate with some people, me, I love everybody. How are you? Because I'm a businessman, so business can carry us to anywhere. But when it comes to ministry, I draw the line on some things. Because many of you, what you really need is to know God for yourself. He said, follow me as I follow Christ. I've said it in this church over and over again. I don't intend to stop following Christ. But as you are following me, don't lose sight of Christ. The day I decide to go on my own, forget me and focus on Christ. Hello? Because many people fall when men of God fall. Because they didn't know God, they know men of God. And you have no idea how many charlatans are out there. Destroying marriages. A prophet has slept with a married woman before, with the husband in the reception. The husband was in the reception. He was sleeping with the wife inside the office. How do you explain that? Some of them are, you think that it's not that they are all using something. Sometimes because people are so gullible, so naive that they just lose sense of their brain. How can someone tell you, madam, remove your clothes? I'm the only one that can do it. And you start removing clothes when they didn't swear for you. Let me tell you something. Even if they are using something, why did it work on you? Why did it work? Because many times you don't understand that you are the problem. Listen to me. In this life, it's demand and supply. If there is no supply, there will be no demand. If there is no, if a prophet is fake and he do fake, nobody answer him. He go change formula. Hello? He will change formula. We had a situation that was supposed to lead to a crisis. Some time ago, someone was coming and then father invited me to the hotel and was bringing up some stuff. And I told him, I said, sir, I have great honor and respect for you. I said, but these things you are bringing up, nobody then was maybe in my 31 or 31 years, nobody has ever proposed this kind of thing to me. So sir, it's not going to happen. Immediately I left there, I called my sister and said, sir, man of God, I called him, I said, if I'm going to cancel this here, pastor, that is wrong, but let us know. Because I have people around me that will call me that me, when my area boy enter, I thought what kind of I'm a council meeting and he could anywhere. He said, no, pastor, let's know, they are fathers. So let's just try and see how we can apply wisdom. So let's see. So he cooled me down. I said, okay. Yeah. Then I came on Wednesday and I spoke to my people in preparation for the meeting. I didn't have to say, I just said, well, this is going to happen. When it happened on Sunday, be led. Don't do anything you are not led to do. You know we have taught you well. Because the man was saying that he was bringing a prophet, that the prophet will come, he will raise $100,000 and will share his 70-30 in my own church, Calvary. As what? You don't know that some of those things can win 30 years labor and start you afresh. So I told my people, I was so happy that, you see, when I finished, one of my pastors ran after me. He says, sir, if I get you right, what you are saying is that whatever the man says, we should not obey. I say, you are my son. You are my son. And guess what? The person they sent, powerful preacher. Powerful preacher. Powerful preacher. Solid prophet. But because of the mess of the father. So after service, when we got upstairs, my assistant was there. I said, man of God, that's sorry, that because you don't know what happened. That this what happened. He said, no, I know. He said, you know, these are our fathers. He said, I know, he's my father, I know. He said, that's how they are using us. To tell you to give, you should be a Christian. We have heard all kinds of messages. There are things that can never happen until you make sacrifices. When you come to a conference that you don't need to raise offering, you don't even need that. You should have come to say, this meeting is heavy, you must have cost money, and then you drop. I just came back from Asaba. The bishop is here. He was giving me testimony. Did I raise offering in your church? No. But he said to me yesterday, he said, sir, Asaba shifted, sir. He said, testimonies. He said, after you left, a pastor called me and said, what? All the diesel. Abi?
He called me, said he's going to handle the diesel for the 3 days.
He was giving me time to say, I say, sir. But if he had told me to raise offering, this relationship will not be here now. Yes, I don't do that. Anytime I raise offering, it's because I'm led or I see a need and I'm inspired to see how we can meet the need. We have not followed cunningly devised fables of the wisdom of man. When the man saw the meeting by himself, he said, the needs will be met, it's God's church. But many of you are not obedient to the Spirit. Do you know many of you, God has been speaking to you to give for the past 3 days and you have not given? You are waiting for somebody to come and give. No, do what God tells you to do.
So of course you get to see situations whereby some pastors might be doing this in their own church, and some of them as well would become catalysts in doing this in other people's church. Why are we even talking about this? Of course, we are talking about money. You see, I've always told you people this many times. If you watch my previous videos about tithing, the controversy about teeth as well, check out my channel on YouTube if you're watching me on Facebook. We've done a lot of discussions in the past. Some things I wouldn't want to repeat them over and over again. Now, if you watch me over time, I've not been someone that is against you tithing or giving to church or something. No. What I've always been against is the manipulation that comes with it. Also, Apostle Joshua Selman is known for his vocality as well when it comes to matters like this, as he addresses the body of Christ many times. This is what he said in a video we looked at before about the same subject, but in this case he looked at the emotional giving, or would I say careless giving, that happens in church.
I'm a giver, but let me teach you the truth. Even giving must be guarded with discretion and wisdom. Just because God mandates that we give does not mean we should be careless. Some of you are emotional givers. It's not just revelation. Somebody, God can provide you 1 million naira, and maybe in your state or your area, it can buy, even if it's a plot of land, and you can just sit in church hearing me preach now and say, this man, and you carry the 1 million. Now if God led you, no problem, but that you just stand up emotionally. Do you know there are people who have given to this ministry and called the finance department? Sincerely, I'm not mocking them, later on that they made mistakes, and please, is there a way? I mean it, I'm not joking. For some of you, when they call, maybe in your various assemblies or in any meeting, they call for a vow or they call for giving, you see your colleagues and your contemporaries come out, and out of sheer carnality and pressure, not the leadership of the Spirit, How many of you can give 10 million here and what the Holy Ghost is restraining us? You are owing, you are still paying. You have not paid your children's school fees. Now I'm a giver. I've taught you giving. There are many people today who even run away from churches because they vowed vows that they cannot pay. You went to 3 churches and pledged 10 million, and all the men of God know you. You are running away, your children are running away. It was needless. Systems.
Interesting, I would say. One thing you have to notice right here is that whether you like it or yes, what they say is very relatable and realistic. Of course, if you have been watching me over time, there's no way I will talk about these things without giving you examples, because when you hear pastors talk like this, it will look as if they're just making up things in their mind. Sometimes when they talk, it's things they have seen before themselves. It's things they have experienced before themselves. Who is George? Of course, I'm not one of them. I sit down, look at these videos and discuss them. If you have a problem with that, I don't even know why you're still watching me till now. Anyway, let's look at 2 examples of this. One happened in Nigeria, the other happened in Ghana. Of course, 2 popular countries in West Africa. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 Church or head pass. Here is the one in Nigeria.
I want everyone on the altar, go back to your seat. I want you to come, those of you that you are going to come with a seed for the new document that will be operating in your life. And this is the seed I want you to bring. I want you to bring 2 kinds of seed. Category 1, 7,000. Category 2, 5,000. If you are here tonight, I just want you to stand here quickly. Come to the altar immediately and I'm going to pray. I'm not going to beg you for this. I just want you to step out. Step out wherever you are very quickly. You will bring a seed, either 7,000 or 5,000. Wherever you are, just get up, because this thing you are writing, Joshua knew the power of the altar, and he used the altar and spoke in a day, and it came to pass. I want you to come. I'm giving you counting 1 to 7, and you are here. 1, 2, 3. If I finish counting 7, you didn't come, just remain on your seat. 5. It's a prophetic instruction that I'm giving to you. Go look for 5,000. Go look for 7,000. 6. If you are running, run quickly. Let's do exercise tonight. 6. 7. Now the rest people sitting there put
$3,000 or $500
$500
just run and say, I want to honor this man. I just want to honor him. You can do 1,000 or 500. Who is coming? Who is coming? 1,000, which is equivalent to 5,000 Ghana cedis. It's verse 500 is equivalent to 2,500. You can do it. Just rush, just come forward, and I want to pray with you, and I want to ask for the blessings of God for your life. Who is coming? Who is coming? Are
you afraid?
Who happy?
If you are here, just raise your hands. Raise your hands.
And
there are others who have given the bigger part of it. You can also play a part in the lesser ones.
Okay, let's come down. Is there anybody who can do 2,000 Ghana cedis? Up for Ghana cedis. If you have it here, you can bring it. If you don't have it here, you can come to church on Sunday and honor your father in the Lord. Just let him bless you. Who is coming? Do it and do it nice. Who is coming? 2,000 Ghana cedis. Who is coming? 1,000 Ghana. Up for 1,000. Do it with joy. Yaba cities wuti ho. Where a cities. Is there anybody who can honor him 1,000 Ghana cedis?
Did you learn something from that? Even though this happened about 4 to 5 years ago, I think Nigerians haven't really woken up to the reality of when they are faced with manipulation. Of course, you have to give when you are led. Very, very important. But as well, like 𝐲𝐶𝐿MAN would say, don't be emotional about it. You see, this is why I love the idea of Zach Ponin when he talked about the concept of giving as to what even happens in his own church. If I was the one that was speaking instead of Apostle Mike, or Joshua Selman, or even Zach Ponin himself, I would be seen as the enemy of the church. I would be seen as the one that is, oh my God, the Antichrist. But when the pastors themselves speak, wow, Rema, wow, you are saying the truth. Anyway, I'm not here to make you like me or even hate me. What really does matter is that I have your attention and you're watching me. My job here is to bring these issues out, we discuss them, and always learn one way or the other. The name is George. Bye-bye.